Hello, everybody. Welcome to Yoga for Self-Love with Kim. I am Kim. This will be a short, slow flow vinyasa practice to open up through the front body, the back body, arms, shoulders, upper back. So we will use a strap for this practice. So if you have one, please grab it and put a little loop on the end of the strap. We will use this later on in the practice to loop our foot as we move through some Nataraj Asana play. And also if you have a couple blocks, grab those. You may want those as well. So bring yourself into a comfortable seat. If Vajrasana feels okay for you with the knees bent, sitting on the heels, please take that. Otherwise, any comfortable seat will do. Have your strap handy and your blocks handy. And then take a moment just to close your eyes. A moment to shed off the rest of your day. Let go of any plans, anything that's coming up next. Forget where you have come from and just let yourself be right here, right now, in this moment. Taking this sacred time for you, for your yoga practice, being with yourself. Bring one hand to the heart, one hand to the belly, and just connect in. Take a few nice, deep, smooth breaths in through the nose, all the way down into the belly, filling up the whole torso, drawing the breath all the way up into the chest. And then with the exhalation, let everything relax back in towards center. Release the breath back out through the nose. A few nice, deep, smooth, and steady breaths. Filling the whole torso, the belly, the chest, the rib cage, and releasing the breath back out. And take a moment to check in and just notice how you're feeling today. I invite you to bring in the intention to be gentle, kind, patient, loving, and compassionate with yourself as you move through this practice. And then release your hands. Begin to flutter the eyes open. Grab a hold of your strap and take the strap in your hands. And bring your arms in front of you. And then we'll begin to reach the arms up, bringing the hands up overhead. And then bend your elbows and pull the strap back behind your head. So elbows come down out to the sides. And keep your head aligned in its normal upright position. And then we'll reach the arms back up overhead. Hands will come down in front of you. Let's move through this a few times, lifting the arms, bending the elbows, pulling the strap back behind the head. A couple more. And then we'll bring the arms back down in front of you. And now this time we'll lift the arms up. You may want to take the arms a little bit wider on the strap, so gently pull on the strap. Reach the arms up and then keep the arms straight. So maybe you need to take the strap quite a bit wider. Bring the arms back down behind you. A couple times, reaching the arms up overhead, back down in front of you. And then up again, back behind the head, couple more. Reach the arms back up overhead, gentle pull on the strap, taking the arms wide, and then arms come back down in front of you. Release your strap, push it off to the side for now. Give yourself a few little shoulder shrugs or shoulder rolls. And then open the arms wide, cross the arms in front of the chest, give yourself a little squeeze. Open the arms wide, cross the arms in front of the chest, this time other arm on top. Give yourself that little squeeze again, give yourself some love, and then release the arms down. Now we'll lift up our bum. So you Want to be in Vajrasana for this position if you're not there already. So knees bent, sitting on the heels. Lift up your bum a little bit, couple of inches. And then we'll begin to bring that left hand to that left hip or sacrum, low back. Begin to lift yourself up so you're standing on the knees. Reach the right arm up along the ear and then lower yourself back down. Come back to sit on the heels. We'll take that right hand around to that low back. Begin to stand up on the knees. Again, reach that left arm up along the ear. Lower yourself back down. Left hand comes to the low back. We'll lift it up. This time, sweep the right arm up and over the ear, maybe over, right fingers pointing over towards the left, and then bring yourself back down. Right hand comes to that low back. Left arm sweeps up and over the ear, maybe fingers reaching over towards the right side now, and then lower yourself back down. We'll take this a few more times. Sweeping the arms up and over as you lift yourself up. Let's do it one last time. Release yourself down to sit on the heels. Let's take it forward into a table position. Coming onto the hands and knees, rooting down through the fingers, spreading fingers nice and wide. Wrists under the shoulders, knees under the hips. Extend the right leg back behind you. Hip level-ish. Root down into the right fingers and reach forward with that left arm. Hold it here or bend that right knee, draw that foot in towards your bum, reach back with that left hand, pull that foot in, press the foot out into the hand, and then release, reach it back out, and then bring your hand and your knee down to the mat. Other side, left leg back, right arm reaching forward, hold it here or bend back knee, reach back for that left foot with that right hand, pull it in, and then press the foot out into the hand. Release that, come back through your cat balance, and release. Begin to bring yourself forward, hug your feet in towards your bum, and lower your pelvis down towards the mat. You can bend the elbows here, lift the heart up, and then we'll pull the feet back, the bum back, hips back, bring yourself into a little child's pose. And then again, we'll shift it forward, draw the feet in towards your bum, lower the pelvis down, heart draws forward, lift your gaze, and then pull your feet and your bum back into that child's pose. Let's take it forward one more time. Feet draw in towards the bum, hug the feet in, lift the heart up. Pull yourself back again into that child's pose. And then back up into your table. And then let's tuck the feet under, toes under. Press the hips up and back, find your downward dog, and then take any movement you like here, pedaling legs, bending, straightening knees, anything that feels good. Feel into your body. And then bend your knees, crouch yourself down, and then glide hips up. Bend the knees, crouch down. This time when you glide the hips up, send the right leg up, three-legged dog. Then we'll bend both knees and then re-extend the legs. Bend the knees, re-extend. One more time, bend the knees, re-extend the legs, and then release that right foot down to the mat. Now we'll bend the knees, crouch down. Send the left leg up, three-legged dog. Bend both knees, re-extend the legs. Bend both knees, re-extend, and then again, bend the knees, re-extend the legs, release that left foot down to the mat. Bend both knees, crouch it down, send the right leg up, three-legged dog. We'll bend that right knee, bring it into the chest, begin to shift yourself forward, finding a core plank. And send that right leg up and back. And release right foot down to the mat. Bend the knees, crouch down. Let's send that left leg up. And that left knee, shift yourself forward, find that core plank, knee hugs into the chest as you press the floor away from you. Right into the finger pads, and then glide that left leg up and back again, and release. Walk yourself up to the top of your mat. Bigger little bend in the knees here, belly to the thighs, fold it in, forward fold. Bring your left fingers down to the mat. We'll bend that left knee. Begin to reach that right arm up towards the ceiling as you Straighten that right leg or make it a little bit straighter. Right hand comes down to the mat. Bend that right knee. Begin to straighten that left leg. Peel that left arm up towards the ceiling. Left hand comes down. Let's do it a couple more each side. Right arm reaches up. And then right hand comes back down. Right fingers to the mat. We'll begin to peel that left arm up to the ceiling as you straighten that left leg. And we'll do it one more time each side. Left hand comes down to the mat. Right arm reaches up. Right hand comes down to the mat. You bend that right knee. Straighten left leg. Reach that left arm up. And then left hand comes down to the mat. Interlace fingers at your low back. Shake out your head. Nod. Yes, no. Maybe rock your hips from side to side. And bring yourself to center. Keep hands at the low back or begin to peel the arms up off of the back to your degree. And then hands come to the low back. Press into your feet. Reach yourself all the way up to stand and bring palms together at your heart. Let's reach the arms all the way up. Keeping the palms together, bend the elbows, drop the hands back behind the head, draw in and up through the belly, lift up through the heart, root down through the feet, elbows point up towards the ceiling, and then hug in through the belly, reach the arms back up, take the hands back down to the heart. Arms up, soften the knees, fold yourself in, forward fold, and then we'll bring it halfway up to our flat back, Ardha Uttanasana. Hands to the mat, step yourself back into plank. From your plank, we'll lift that right foot up so it's hovering above the mat. Lower that foot down. Let's lift that left foot up so it's hovering above the mat. Release that foot down. Drop knees down to the mat. Drop your pubic bone, your pelvis. Lower yourself all the way down to the mat. Let's reach the arms forward. Lift that right arm and left leg at the same time and release it down. Now we'll lift the left arm, right leg up. Release it down. Take hands under the shoulders. Hug the elbows in. Root into fingers, pubic bone, tops of the feet. Lift your heart up, baby cobra. And release down. Tuck the toes, press your hips up and back into your downward dog. And then step or hop yourself forward again, back into that forward fold. Let's bring it halfway up to our flat back. Fold it in, press into the earth, rise up, palms together. Hands come back down to your heart. Let's reach the arms up, fold yourself in. Halfway lift to that flat back. Plant your hands down to the mat and step yourself back into your plank. Again, let's lift up the right foot to hover, release it down. Lift up left foot to hover, release it down. Drop knees to the mat and lower yourself all the way down to your belly. Hug the elbows in, lift up for baby cobra, or if you feel warmed up enough, you can bring it up into your full cobra. Release yourself down, tuck the toes. Press into your hands and glide your hips all the way up into your downward dog. Bend your knees and crouch it down. Now send that right leg up for a three-legged dog. Bend that right knee, shift it forward, find that core plank. Step right foot through. Drop that left foot to the mat, heel back. Right hip hugs back. Press into that right foot, lift yourself all the way up into warrior one. Pressing down through that back foot. Facing up towards top of the mat. Let's take palms together. Bend the elbows, elbows lifting up towards ceiling, hands dropping behind the head. Maybe you lay the head back in the hands. Lift up through the heart. And then reach the arms back up again. Hands come back down to the mat and step yourself back into plank. Now this time either drop knees down, lower yourself down all the way to the belly and lift up into a cobra. Or we'll take it into chaturanga, low push-up and upward dog. Roll it forward on the toes, bend the elbows, lower yourself halfway down-ish, shoulders above level of elbows. Then come on to tops of the feet, thighs lifted, pull the heart forward, for your upward dog. And then we will all meet back in our downward dog. Bend the knees, crouch it down, send the left leg up. Bend that knee, shift it forward, core plank, and step that left foot through. We'll drop that right heel to the mat. Left hip hugs back. Press into the feet. Hug in through the legs. Lift yourself up. Bend that left knee. Bring it into your warrior one. Palms together overhead. Drop the hands back behind the head. Press down through the legs. Lift up through the belly. Side body nice and long. Heart lifts. Maybe you lay the head back in the hands. And then hug yourself in. Reach the arms back up. And then hands come back down to the mat. Step it back to plank. Now find your flow, your variation. Step or hop yourself up top of the mat. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Fold it back in. Press into the earth. Rise all the way up. Palms together at the heart. Let's reach it up again. Fold it in. Halfway lift. Plant the hands. Step it back to your plank. Find your flow. Meeting back in our downward dog. Walk hands back to meet the feet. Forward fold at the back of the mat. Fold it in. Shake out the head. Rock the hips. Hands to the hips, press into your feet and lift yourself all the way up to stand. Now grab your strap with your loop. And then we will step your right foot into the loop. And then take that strap up and over your right shoulder. Bring both hands to the strap, elbows pointing up towards the ceiling. Begin to slowly take the weight into that left foot and begin to pick that right foot up behind you. Gently pulling on the strap and slowly working your hands down the strap a little bit to your degree. Elbows reaching up. And then stay here. So the torso is upright and you're just standing on that left leg, or you could begin to slowly tip yourself forward a little bit. Send that right leg out behind you. You could have a bigger little bend in the standing leg here. Slowly reach yourself up and then release that right leg down, release the strap, and we'll switch it over to the other side. So step that left foot into the strap. Now we'll take the strap over that left shoulder. Take the weight into that right foot now. Both hands reach back for the strap, elbows reaching up. You slowly, slowly walk the hands down the strap towards the foot to your degree, and then stay here. Or again, begin to tilt the torso forward, send the foot out behind you. Slowly bring yourself up and release the strap. Let's do it one more time on each side, stepping back into your loop on your strap with your right foot. Strap comes back over the right shoulder. And then reach both hands back for the strap, elbows reaching up, and slowly begin to lift that right foot up. Walking hands down the strap again to your degree. Elbows reaching up. Stay here, or again, begin to slowly tip yourself forward. Find your drishti, focal point, gazing point on the wall in front of you, and then slowly bring it up, release, take it to the other side. Step that left foot into your strap. Strap comes up over that left shoulder, hands reach back, both hands grabbing hold of the strap, weight into that right foot. Slowly begin to draw that left foot up behind you as you work your hands down the strap. staying here upright or slowly pitching yourself forward. Smile, breathe. If you wobble, wiggle, fall out of the pose, it's okay. That's why it is called a practice. We're here to practice. Let's bring it back up. We'll release that strap. You can push that strap off. Reach the arms up. Fold it in. Halfway lift to that flat back. I've got my helper, Gussie, here. Gussie to assist me. And then we'll reach hands down to the mat, bend the knees, walk yourself out into downward dog. Walk yourself out, find some movement here, whatever feels right again. Bending, straightening, knees, pouncing, rocking. Release knees down to the mat. Let's come back to sit on our heels. Grab your blocks if you have them. And if you don't, no biggie, no worries. We'll again come up to stand up on the knees. Let's take the left hand to the left block. Sweep the right arm up along the right ear and over, fingers reaching over towards that left side. Left hand on that block, or you could have the left hand on your low back or your heel. And then right arm sweeps around in front of you and over towards that right block as you reach that left arm up. And then sweep that left arm back to that left block, right arm reaches up and over. We'll bring it back, right arm, right hand to right block, left arm reaching up and over. And then bring yourself back to sit on the heels. Move the blocks out of the way. Find your way down onto your belly. So reach the arms forward. And then we'll press down into left hand, right foot as you lift that right arm, left leg again. And then release, and then other side, pressing down into that right foot, left leg, and then we'll lift that left arm and right foot up at the same time. Release it down. Bring your arms alongside your body. Bend your knees. We'll begin to lift up the heart as you lift up the knees, the thighs, press the feet up towards the ceiling, reach the hands back towards the feet. So a bow modification. Lower yourself down. Hands under the shoulders, press yourself back. Child's pose. Knees together for this child's pose so you can get a little relief through that low back. And then we'll roll ourselves forward again, bringing it all the way back down onto our bellies. And then let's take that bow modification again. If bow is in your practice and you can grab a hold of the feet, feel free to go for it this time. Bend the knees, lift the heart up. Maybe you grab the feet, maybe you just act as if. Begin to lift the legs up. Knees, thighs lift, heart lifts. And then release. Lower feet down to the mat, bring hands underneath the shoulders. Glide yourself back into child's pose. And then let's do it one more time. Slowly lower yourself all the way back down onto the belly. Arms reach back. Bend the knees. Maybe grab a hold of the feet if they are available to you. You could use a strap here as well. Or just act as if and reach the hands towards the feet. They don't need to actually make contact. And then we'll lift up the heart, lift up the feet, lift up the legs. And then release yourself down, hands under shoulders. Press yourself back into child's pose. And then come back to sit on your heels. Take one hand to heart, one hand to belly. Close your eyes. Come back to your breath. Come back to your intention to be gentle, kind, patient, loving, and compassionate with yourself. Give yourself a smile and thank yourself for showing up for you today, for your yoga practice. Open the eyes, reach the arms wide, cross the arms over the chest, give yourself a little hug again. Open the arms wide, and then we'll cross the arms in front of the chest again. Other arm on top, a little hug. And then release. Let's take palms together at the heart. Thank you so much for sharing your practice with me today. With love and gratitude, namaste.